Welcome to Text Math lesson. Today we are going to look at a simple topic, that is factorizing quadratic trinomial. And when you talk about a trinomial is an expression that contains three terms. Any expression in the form s squared plus bs plus c, or in the form as squared plus bs plus c, where b and c are constant and not equal to 0, is a quadratic trinomial. A quadratic trinomial has three terms: s squared term, s term, and c terms. So we have two forms by which we can solve quadratic trinomial. The first form is s squared plus bs plus c. And the second form is as squared plus bs plus c, where b is the coefficient of x in the first form and c is constant value. Then when you come to the second form, we have as squared plus bs plus c, where a is the coefficient of x squared, b here again is the coefficient of x, and c is constant, as we learned in the first form. So today we are going to look at how we can factorize quadratic trinomial in a simple way. It's going to be very beautiful and very simple. So at my left hand side here, I have example under the second form, and my right hand here, I have examples under the first form. So I'm going to solve three examples with you guys, then the rest two, you try it on your own. So in this, I'm going to use two methods to solve. So the method that you like, you can go with it. It's very simple. For you, I'll solve three examples and you solve what? The rest two. So you see that you have 5 examples. The first example, I have s squared plus 2x minus 24. And now this is the trinomial under the first form. So under the first form, to solve this, we need to get 4 terms. We need to expand this so that we can have what? 4 terms. And how do you get the 4 terms? By factors. 2 numbers. When you add, you have 2. Or when you subtract each number from each other, you have 2. And when you multiply that the same number, you have 24. And how do you get those numbers? You need to find the factors of 24. Before then, what is the value of b? What's the value of b? 2. Very good. And what's the value of c? 24. Negative 24. Negative 24. Very good. So we are going to find 2 numbers from here. When we add them or subtract them, we have what? 2. Let's find factors of 24. And what are the factors of 24? Factors of 24.
1. 24.
2.
12. 3. 8. 4. 6.
Very good. So, can you determine any number here? 2 numbers from here. When you add them or subtract from each other, you'll be able to have what? 2. Before then, this one is negated, isn't it? Yes. You need to get what? Negative 24. And this number here is positive, right?
Yes.
To get the positive one, I'll negate the less one. I'll attach negative one to what? The less numbers. So I have negative, negative, Negative. So negative 1 times 24 gives us negative 24. Are you together?
Yes.
Negative 2 times 12 will give us what? Negative what? 24. Now we want to get 2. What two numbers here can you think of? When you add them, you will have what? 2. Yes? Yes?
Negative 4 plus 6.
Negative 4 plus 6. Clap for her. So we have negative 4 plus 6. So now this one is going to give us a new 10. That is negative 4 plus 6. So you attach s to them. Very good. So we are now having what? 4 tenths. S squared minus 4x plus 6x minus 24. So in these 4 terms, we are going to put them into 2 groups. Now you find the common factors in each group and divide each term by the common factor. Then you put the quotient into the brackets. Right? So let's find the common factor here. So what's the common factor in the first bracket? S squared minus 4x. What's the common factor here? What's the common factor here? X. The common factor here is what? X. So x. So we are going to divide each term by what? The common factor. So x squared divided by x will give us what? X. Very good. Minus 4. Very good. Plus. Now what's the common factor here? 6. Very good. Now when we divide 6, x by 6 will give us x. You are left with x. Minus 4. Very good. 4. So what can you see? You see that the quotient here are what? The same. So you put what the factors into what? One bracket. So you have what? X plus 6 into one bracket. Then what do you have again? X minus 4 also in another bracket. So it means that when you multiply this together, you have the trinomial back. Are you together? Now let's take the first example under the second form. That is 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. Now, what is the coefficient of s squared here? What's the value of a? What is the value of a? A gives us what? What's the value of a? What is the value of a in this expression? 2. And b is? B. What is the value of b? 11. And c. What is the value of c? 12. Now to work this, because the coefficient of x squared here is 2. So you need to multiply it by 12 before you find the factors. So you need to multiply this by this. We realize that the first one, we don't do any multiplication. We just went straight forward and find the factors. Because the coefficient of x squared here is 1. And when you multiply 1 by 24, you have the same number. That is why we don't multiply. But this one, the coefficient of x squared here is what? 2. So you need to multiply the 2 by what? 12. Very good. Now, 2 times 12 will give us 2 times 12. 24. So we find the factors of 24. Factors of 24. 1, 24. 2, 12. 3. Very good. 4, 6. Very good. And the C constant here is positive, isn't it? Yeah. So the value here should all what? Be positive. So we need 2 numbers from the set here. Now when you put them together, we'll be able to have what? 11x. So what 2 numbers can we pick from here? Yes?
3, 8.
3 plus 8. That is it. 3 plus 8. So when you multiply 3 plus times what? 8, you have what? 24. At the same time, when you add them, you have what? X. 11x. Right? So we are going to have, this one is going to give us 2 10 now. We are going to have what? 3x. And this one will give us what? 8x. Are you together? So we are going to have 2x squared plus 11x. Sorry? Am I supposed to write 11x? No. So what am I supposed to write? 3x.
Plus 8x. Plus 12.
Plus 12. So from here, how many tens are we having now?
4.
How many? So we are having 4 tens. So what are you supposed to do? When you have 4 tens, you put them into how many groups?
2 groups.
2 groups. Then after getting 2 groups, what are you supposed to do? Yes. You find a common factor, isn't it? Yes. So when you get a common factor, you divide each term by the common factor. So let's start for the first set here. So what is the common factor from 2x squared plus 3x? X. Very good. So 2x squared divided by x will give us 2x squared divided by x will give us what?
X.
2x. 2x plus 3. Very good. That means 3x divided by x will give us what? 3. Now what's the common factor here? 4. The common factor here is 4. Very good. Now 8x divided by 4 will give us 2x plus 3. That means 12 divided by 4 will give us what? 3. Very good. You put the ones outside the bracket into what? One bracket, isn't it? We're going to have what? X plus 4 and what?
2x plus 3.
3. Very good. We therefore have another method that we can use to solve this. Now let's look at that method, very short method, that is method 2. And method 2 here, you open 2 brackets. Then, what variable do you have? You are using x, so you put x in the first bracket, x also in the second bracket. Then as you're able to find your factors, and you're able to get your 2 numbers, that when you add them, and when you multiply them, you have what? 11 and 24. You just introduce them into the bracket by their directional integers. Very good. So we have what? 3 plus 3 plus 8. So x plus 3, then here x plus 8. So now divide them by the coefficient of x. And what is the coefficient of x squared here? The coefficient of x squared here is what? 2. So you divide them by the coefficient of x squared. And which the coefficient of x squared here is what? 2. So you divide the constant here by 2. And this one again also by 2. You realize that when you divide, you have what? Multiply direct. Simple way. Cross multiply. You're going to have what? 2x plus what? 3. Very good. Then you realize that this can divide it, right?
Yes.
8 divided by 2, how many times? 4. So you have what? X plus what? 4. Very simple and short. See, it's very simple. Let's look at the second example. So our second example here is s squared
5x
plus 6. Very good. With what you have learned, what are you supposed to do here? Yes.
Find the common factor of 6.
You find the common factor of what? 6. Very good. So let's find the common factors of what? 6. When you are operating under the first form, okay, just go straight forward and find the factors for the constant number to be there. So what are the factors of 6? That is 1, 6.
2,
2, 3. Very simple. Very good. Now, let's look at two numbers here. When we add them direct, they are going to have what? 5. Yes? 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3. Very good. So we are going to have 4 terms. So this one is going to give us what? 2x, right? Plus what? 3x. So now you're going to have 4 terms. Are you going to write this one back again? No. No, you are not going to have a term. So give the expression now.
x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6.
6. So from here, what are you going to do?
Put them into 2 groups.
You put them into what?
2 groups.
2 groups. After putting them into 2 groups, then you do what again? You find the common factors. Isn't it? Yeah. So after getting the factors, you divide each term here by the common factor. Are you getting it? So what's the common factor here? X. Very good. X squared divided by x will give us what? X. Plus 2. Now what is common? 3. Very good. It's common. X. 2. Very good. Because 6 divided by 3 will give us what? 2. So remember that the quotient here are what? The same. So you put the factors that are outside into one bracket. So we'll have x plus what? 3. And here we repeat this one. Only one. We'll have what? X plus 2. That's all. Now let's go to the second form. Now one example and the second form. Give it to me.
3x squared
3x squared.
plus 7x
Plus 7x.
minus
6. So is this and this, are they the same?
No.
They are not the same. The x squared here is having a coefficient of what? 3. Isn't it? So what do? Before you get the factors, what are you supposed to do? Yes. Before you get the factors, the coefficient of x squared by what? The constant, which is what? 6. So we are going to have 3 times negative 6. So 3 times negative 6 will give us 3 times negative 6 will give us negative 18. 3 times negative 6 equal to negative 18. Very good. So let's now find factors of negative 18. Very good. Let's find the factors of negative 18 first. Or factors of 18, direct. Factors of 18. Give them to me. 1 and what? 18 and
2 and 9.
2 and 9 and
3 and 6.
3 and 6. Very good. So what two numbers do you think that when you do something to it, you will have what? 7. And when you multiply, you have what? Negative 18. Now, is it positive or negative? Positive, isn't it? So you need to get the positive integer here. So what you do is that the lesser number, you introduce negative sign to them. Are you seeing it? So here we are going to have plus. So you have negative 2 plus 9. Negative 2 plus 9 will give us what? Negative 2 plus 9 will give us what? Positive 7. So we are going to have 7. So we are going to have this minus 2x, then plus 9x. Are you together now? So we are going to have 4 terms. So we have what? 3x squared minus 2x plus 9x minus 6. So what are you going to do here? What are you supposed to do now? Yes? after getting 4 tens. Yes, yeah. You put them to what? 2 groups. 2 groups. Now, after putting them to 2 groups, what are you supposed to find now? Yes, you find what? The common factors. Now, what's the common factor in 3x squared minus 2x? What's the common factor here? Yes, x. Very good. So, x is the common factor. So, x. So, we are left with what? 3x squared divided by x will give us what?
3x.
3x. Very good. Minus 2x divided by x will give us 2. Very good. Plus. Now, what's the common factor here? In 9x minus 6. What's the common factor? 3. Very good. 3 is the common factor. Very good. So 3 outside. Now, 9 divided by 3. 9x divided by 3. 3, isn't it? 9x divided by 3. 3x. Minus 6 divided by 3. 2. Very good. Check this. Are they the same?
Yes.
Are they the same?
Yes.
Very good. When they are the same, you can proceed now. You bring the ones that are outside the bracket into one bracket. That's the factors. X plus what? 3. There you have what? 3x minus what? 2. Are you following?
Yes.
Now let's look at the second method. Let's use the second method to solve this one. Method 2 to solve this. So another method 2, just open your bracket, 2 groups of brackets. First set, the second bracket. First one, second one. Now, we are dealing with the variable x, so you put them x here, x here. Now you find out you multiply 3 times this as you have this. You have to find the factors now. There are 2 numbers that will give us 7. That is minus 2 and what? 9. Minus 2 plus 9. So minus 2 plus 9. Now you divide them by the coefficient of x. So what is the coefficient of x here? That is 3. You divide here by 3. You divide this also by what? 3. Very good. See, this cannot divide this, so you just multiply. With this cannot divide, so multiply. So we are going to have x, sorry, we are going to have what? 3x minus what? 2. Very good. Then when you come to this side, can you divide? Yes. Here how many times? How many times? 3 times. So we are going to have what? X plus what? 3. That's all. Is that the same as this?
Yes.
Very good. That's the answer. Now let's take the last example. And what? X squared minus 9 x
Plus 14.
plus 14. Very good. Now, after this, what are you supposed to do now? You need to get how many tens?
14.
You need to get 4 tens. Very good. So by getting your 4 tens, you need to get 2 numbers. That when you multiply them, you have 14. When you add or subtract, you have what? 9. Isn't it?
Yes.
So let's find the factors of what? 14. Direct. Factors of 14. Yes.
1, 14.
and 14. And
2, 7.
and 7. Right. So these are factors of what? 14. But realize that B here is what? B here is minus 9. You need to get minus 9. And C equals what? 14. Isn't it? So how will you get minus 9? How will you get minus 9? By attaching negative sign to both numbers. Where I attach this one negative, attach this one negative, and so we have negative, negative. So negative 2 minus 2. Negative 2 minus 2 will give us what? Negative what? 9. Are you getting it? So we now have a new term here. That is negative 2x, negative 7x. Are you together? So now what will be our new term now? 4 terms now? S squared minus 2x plus 14. So what are you supposed to do now? Yes.
Put them into two groups.
You put them into two groups. After putting them into two groups, then you find the common factor. So what's the common factor here? S. Very good. X outside. X minus. Beautiful. Very good. Then when it comes to the second set, you have what's the common factor here? 7, isn't it?
Yes.
7. Very good. 7. Now, 7x divided by 7 will give us what? X. Very good. It's not going to be plus 2. Negative sign is here. And no negative can overtake what? Positive. Isn't it? So, negative 7, 14 divided by negative 7 will give us what? Negative 2. Very good. So realize that you have what? X minus 2 and what? X minus 2. Are you together?
Yes.
So you are going to put them into another bracket. So you are going to have what? The ones that are outside the bracket, put them in what? A new bracket. So you are going to have what? X minus 7 and what? X minus what? 2. Shabala.
Play with numbers.
Very good. Now let's come to the second one. The last one. That is, give the expression
3x squared
3x squared
plus 3x plus 10.
plus 10. Very good. So what are you supposed to do here? You need to find two numbers. When you add them or subtract them, you have 13. How do you get those numbers? You multiply the coefficient of x squared by the constant. Isn't it? Yes. So that is 3 times 10. So 3 times 10 will give us 3 times 10. 30. So now let's find factors of 30. Factors of 30. So what are the factors of 30? Yes?
130.
30. 1 and 30.
215.
215.
3 5.
3. 10. 3 and what? 10. Okay? 5 and what? 6. So these are the factors of what? 30. The factors of 30 are 1 and 30, 2 and 50, 3 and what?
10.
10 and 5 and what? 6. Very good. So we are going to pick two numbers. 10. Here, we are going to break this one into two parts. Very good. We want to get. So here, our A is what? Our A is what? 3. Our B is what?
30.
30. And our C is what? 10. So we want to get what? Our B. So what two numbers? When you add, subtract, you get what? 13. 3 plus what? 10. Very good. So here you are going to write it as what? 3x. Here plus again plus what? 10x. So all plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we are going to have, see what I will get the expression before. We are going to have what? 3x squared
Plus 3x plus 10x plus 10.
From here, what do you do?
You put them into two groups.
You put them into what? Two groups. I'm putting them into two groups. What do you find? You look for the common factor, isn't it?
Yes.
Now what are the common factors in this? The first one, that is what? Are you sure?
3.
3 what?
X.
3x. 3x is common here. You don't have 3x. That's very good. So here you are left with what? 3x divided by 3x squared divided by 3x.
X.
X. We are left with what? X. You write what? X plus. So 3x divided by 3x will give us what? 1. Very good. 3x divided by 3x will give us 1. Now what is common here? What is common? 10. Now, 10x divided by 10 will give us what? X. Plus 10 divided by 10. 1. Very good. What values are outside?
3x.
And what? 10. So we put them into one bracket. So we are going to have what? 3x plus 10. Right? Then have what? X plus 1. So under our second method 2, that we can also use. Method 2, that you can also use here is what? You just open your brackets, 2 brackets, and what variable are you dealing with? X. So you put x here, you put x here. And you ready to get what? 3 and what? 10. They are all positive, isn't it? So you have plus 3 plus 10. Are you getting it? So you divide both sides by the coefficient of what? 3. Yeah, 3. So you realize that this will take out this, right?
Yes.
So you're going to have what? X plus what? 1. This cannot, isn't it?
Yes.
So this one, just multiply this. You're going to have what? 3x plus what? 10. That's all. So that they look the same, right?
Yes.
So these are how we factorize quadratic trinomial. It's very simple. So don't forget to share with your friends and bring out your comments anytime you have any difficulty in solving quadratic trinomial. Always try to subscribe. That is the only good way that you can use to help me. See you in my next lesson. Bye bye, class.
Bye.